Hi, my name is Warren Cox and welcome to Shine Brighter Leadership. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how to manage your time properly to help you achieve more of your goals. The first tip is to plan your day the night before. Like we talked about in the last section, make sure you really have everything ready to go and prepped, whether it's your clothes, your devices, your turf planned out. Make sure you're really ready to go so you don't have to wake up and think about what you're going to do. Your goal each and every day, honestly, should be really to get the most return of investment on your time and your efforts that you're spending. The night before we say plan out, look at the things and weigh out what are your most valuable tasks. Make sure that you have the proper time slots for those. Have your silver, your gold, and your platinum hours. If you're just starting out and you're knocking doors, your prime time is going to be, typically between 2 and 7 or 8, depending on what time it gets dark. And in the summer, it's normally, 4 to like 9, 10, 11 p.m. if you're a savage, right? But make sure you're finding the most valuable times for that. That would be your most valuable time to knock doors. That's going to be a huge return of your investment when you're new and building your pipeline. So make sure that's labeled as something like your platinum hours. Make sure that your silver hours are really valuable. They make you money. Make sure that you're following up with your customers. The fortune's really in the follow-up. Make sure that's something that is kind of the in-between. It's not your most valuable thing you need to do through the day. Put that in your gold slots, right? But make sure that you have your day lined out, you have your week lined out, your most valuable days, your most valuable times, and you dedicate certain slots to those. And it's great to be able to color code those in your calendar as well. Use colors that you associate with that are very valuable. Green is go, that's your money times. Red is, hey, it might not be as important or avoid that type of time, right? But make sure you color code it and make sure you utilize the silver, gold, and platinum hours, and that you're putting your most valued time and your most valuable efforts in your most valuable time slots so you can maximize the return every single day. Block time for breaks. One of the things that I did that helped me a lot was actually setting up time for breaks. If you're used to a job where you punched a clock or you went to your 8 or 10 hour day, most of the time you get breaks with that and something to look forward to. I think when you're out on doors and you're out in direct sales and you're creating your own business and going out and hunting your own business, right? I think it's a really good thing to schedule times for your breaks also. Go back, whether it's a 15-minute break every 2 hours, every 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever you're really capable of, right? Make sure you schedule some time to go back to your car or go sit aside for a little bit, get some refreshment, get a snack in you, get some lunch, get some hydration in you as well, but also get some motivation going also. Set aside time for those breaks. Another one is set aside time for fun activities and for personal growth. I never work on Sundays. It's hard. Sometimes you have to take that call for work, whether it's an emergency or something like that. But outside of that, I really try to do my best to not focus on work task or business task on Sundays. Sundays are times that I utilize to feel refreshed. I focus on myself. I spend time with my family. We try to plan out our week as well, so we know what we have in store for the week. We know what our most vital tasks are also. But make sure you schedule that time for breaks in your life as well, and to really be able to have fun with your success and be able to build the life that you want outside of just work, that you get to enjoy every aspect of your life and get to enjoy who you are really as a person as well. Set proper goals. One thing you're going to want to do when you're new is you're going to want to get your head wrapped around what type of money that we can actually make in this industry or what type of lifestyle we can live. So one thing you want to do is really make sure that you have the proper goals. I see people come in a lot of times in the solar industry and they go, hey, I want to make $500,000. I want to make $1 million in my first year. Like, yes, it's possible. I've seen people do that. But if you want to make $1 million, you actually have to have a schedule for that. You have to know what your numbers are. You have to know what it kind of looks like, what you're seeing on the doors, what you're seeing in your business when you're out and growing, and really put a time frame and a true expectation of what you aim to accomplish. That way, if you don't hit your goals every day, you're still striving to hit that goal, whether it's weekly, monthly, quarterly, or yearly as well. One thing you're going to want to do to help you be a little more successful and to set proper goals is make sure that you're writing down your goals. You picture that if you could make one goal come true within 24 hours, one that has a direct and immediate, most valuable impact in your life, and you can make that come true within 24 hours, what would it be? And I'm not talking, oh, I want to be a millionaire overnight, or I want that amazing Corvette, right? That might be a cool impact, but what's something that is really valuable to you? What's something that you really want to accomplish? And make sure that you write that down. And I love to think about that 24-hour time frame. If it's something you could change in 24 hours, what would it be? Start to focus a lot of your time and attention on that. Make sure that you write a checklist, what it's going to take to accomplish that goal. And every day when you wake up, that you're marking something off of that checklist to help you get closer to your goal as well. It kind of keeps everything in perspective. You get to see your growth over time. And every single day that you're knowing you're growing at least a little bit every single day, and that you're progressing towards your goal. Time is your rarest and most valuable, most precious tool and asset in life. Make sure that you use it wisely. Avoid the tire kickers. Avoid the people that might negatively influence you and take too much of your time and emotion, right? Really stay away from these things. Be really conscious of your time, how you're utilizing, what your time consists of, what your schedule looks like, and make sure that you're lining things up as best as you can for your success as well. No matter where you're working, whether you're at home and you're following up on your pipeline, whether you're in the street knocking, whether you are in the office and you're working with your coworkers, 50% of your time normally at work is burned. It's just wasted time, whether it's social media, whether it's chatting too long with peers. Make sure that you start to really take out the time killers out of your day. Start to be aware of what those are and start to take away some of those. Some of the chatting with coworkers just too extensively, right? Long lunch breaks when they're not really needed, or just eating way too much. It might weigh you down and not help you be as productive throughout the day. Browsing social media all day long, just nonchalant, just pointless kind of emails as well. Make sure that your meetings are very structured also. You're not just going down rants, that you know what you're doing. Make sure that your meetings are very direct also. Make sure that you're trying to stay offline throughout your workday, unless your workday consists of being online and stuff. But make sure that you're staying out of the things that are just really killing your time throughout the day. And that way, when you're working, you're spending more of your time being really productive. And then when you're taking your time off, you're really being productive with your time off as well. You're really utilizing your time off and enjoying it, knowing what you accomplish and how hard you work throughout the week. Here's a couple takeaways to leave you with. Like we said, make sure you plan your day the night before. It not only helps your day start great the next day, it helps your morning start off a little better and a little more structured, but it also really helps you sleep better. You don't have as many worries. You don't go to bed thinking about what you have to accomplish or what you have to do the next day. You already know, and you already know what your plan is to get going at that goal. Make sure that you use the 80-20 rule, right? Focus that time, 80% of your time, on your 20% of your most valuable task. Make sure that you're putting your full efforts as much as you can in those money-making activities, so you can go give the world the best of you as well. Planning ahead will increase your productivity normally by 25 to 50%. Block times for breaks. Studies show that if you block times for breaks, and people that have a day or two off a week to really get refreshed, that during their work week, they're much more productive. They get a lot more done in that work week, as opposed to just going out and working all the time 7 days a week. It takes a lot to build your business. Don't go into it thinking you're going to be successful just working your minimum 40 hours a week. It takes a ton to build your business. It takes a ton to be successful when you're really creating your own leads and your indirect sales. But make sure that that when you do go to work, you're refreshed, you're being the most productive you can. And I think it's a huge value to at least get a Sunday day of refreshment off, or a Monday. You never really want to take Saturdays off in this industry, but have a flex day in there as well. If you accomplish your goals one week, make sure you have your Sunday in a flex day the next week. It'll really help you strive on the days that you're working to be able to hit your goals as well for that week. That way you get that extra day off with your family, or that extra day off to go do the things that you love as well.